Hey everyone, it's Mandy. I'm out on my front porch. Xander's playing in the sandbox. As he was playing, I was reading through the FlyLady's new book, Chaos to Clean and 31 Easy Baby Steps. Now, this is the regular baby steps that she has on her website that you can get for free. I've read through those, or I got the email that, it's on the website. It's where it's at. Okay, so I went through those steps a long time ago. I think I went through all of them. I'm pretty sure I did because I had everything down pat at one point. I know, so yeah, I think I did. But one thing that I've noticed as I'm reading her book is they're a little bit different. She goes through, some of the things that were like sign up for the email list. Like one of the days was just devoted to that, which was kind of strange that that's the only thing you did that day. And it really bugged me that that was the only thing I did that day, because whenever I found the FlyLady, it was actually years ago, another marriage ago, in fact. And at that point, I was just at such a low point in my life that I just felt like I was defeated. Like nothing I could do was right in my house. And I felt like I was a horrible wife. I felt like I was a horrible mother. I felt like I was a horrible person that keeps up the house. Not housekeeper, but you know what I mean. Because that's kind of how moms are put into a position. They're in that position of, I'm going to be a perfect wife, a perfect mother, a perfect, what is the word I'm trying to think of? Homemaker, I guess. But I wasn't staying at home. I worked. But at the point that all this happened, I was actually working at home at that point. And so, because of that, I felt like there was more pressure to still keep up the house somehow. And so I just randomly was doing searches on the computer to try to find out how to clean. I was just at a really low place at the time. And so, and one of the things I was getting criticized for from family members on the other side was that I never kept up the house and things like that. But I was working tons of overtime at the time. So now looking back, I see why I wasn't able to keep it up. But it didn't matter at that moment. At that moment, I was really upset about it and things. And so I just went online and started Googling how to clean house, because I basically figured up that you've got to find a schedule. So I at least had that in mind, that there's got to be a cleaning schedule, so that way you constantly get back to things that you've cleaned before, and everything. And so I was like, okay, so, and I'd done things my way, and I became a crazy person. So basically, if I just got through cleaning up a room and somebody dropped a sock in the room, I would get upset. So, like really upset, not just, oh my God, there's a sock. No, I would yell at them for having a sock in the floor. I just spent all this time cleaning this and you put this little sock in the floor. We've all been there, right? And so I was like, there's got to be a better way. And I honestly, that's whenever I found the FlyLady as part of everything. I don't even know how Google gave me that. It's not like that was the first thing that popped up. I actually had to do some digging before I found her and stuff. And so, but anyway, I started with the 31 baby steps and did all that. I had my control journal set up and everything like that. And so from that, I've kind of deviated a little bit. But now I'm starting to read through her 31 baby steps book, and it goes into more detail than just the 31 baby steps did on her page. And she said that because she did a video just recently on YouTube saying that, it is different than the 31 baby steps were, but it's based off of what we did back in January on Twitter. So it's kind of based off of that. So if you follow her on Twitter, you know what she's talking about. I used to follow her on Twitter, I guess, but I don't anymore, or I don't pay attention to my Twitter as much, I guess, because I didn't know about it. So, yeah, I know. I'm normally one that's on top of the FlyLady stuff, and I didn't know. So, anyway, God, that sun is bright right now. But so if you haven't read her book yet, I suggest you read it because I'm only in like the first few sections of it. And I kind of skimmed ahead because, you know, I know what the 31 baby steps are. And so I just wanted to know where she was going with it all and stuff. And so she really gets into setting up the routines. And one of the things that I've told y'all before is I'm really good at my morning routine. I've got that down. And even with the KonMari stuff, I've condensed my morning routine to give me more time to do the KonMari stuff. I know it's so weird to mention those in the same videos, but it's true. That's what I'm doing. And one thing that it does remind me of is that part of her routines that she has you do is to spend 15 minutes a day decluttering. Well, I'm doing the KonMari method, so I do big sessions at once instead of doing 15 minutes a day, when in actuality I could break it down into 15 minutes a day. Now that I'm into more broader topics, like obviously going through your clothes, I couldn't have done that in 15 minutes. I did have to just do that in one go. But anything else that's left in the house is kind of broken down into smaller categories, or I can at least put it in a small section of the house right now, and it's going to be out of the way. So then I can come back to it the next day for 15 minutes. So I'm thinking I might go back to that thought process. Now that I've read through it again and she's explained why and stuff, and it makes sense. So, and then one thing I never did get established was an evening routine. The evening is just kind of my time to unwind with my husband. And so, I just never got that set up. I don't know why. I just never did. So I'm going to look at that a little bit better, because she does say one thing that she does do, which is great because she never did this before, is she tells you how long your bedtime routine should take. So she says don't take more than X number of minutes, and that let me know that I was making my bedtime routine way bigger than it needed to be. So, which is nice to know that no, it really is that simple, Mandy. So like I said, if you haven't gotten the book or you're curious about it and wanted to know that even if you've been, a FlyBaby for a while, if you would get anything out of it, I'm telling you now, you will. You'll still get something out of it. And especially if you're one that you keep wondering, am I really flying or not? Or you've kind of taken what she says but then kind of twisted it to your own little thing. Look back at the basics of it and really read through it, because you might see some things that you kind of dismiss that you don't really know why you dismissed it, and now that you reread it, you're like, wait, maybe I should have kept that. So because of that, I think I'm going to go through the 31 baby steps as a new series, and show how I'm going to integrate that with my KonMari. And you'll see, because I'll be going through it. So I'm going to do a video on each of the baby steps and show you, give you a little bit of, I'm not going to read the book by any means, but I'm going to show you what I did towards accomplishing that baby step. So if you're interested, that's going to be the 31 baby steps video series. I'll put a playlist for it, just like I did my KonMari series. I'm still doing the KonMari series, by the way. I'm just going to have it as separate videos, I guess, or something. I don't know. Somehow I'll get it all mixed in together and it'll make sense. So, but yeah, I think it's a good thing. So if you haven't read her book, it's the Chaos to Clean, the 31 Baby Steps, and it's by the FlyLady. If you can get it on her Fly Shop, or you can do what I did. I went on Amazon. You can get it right then and there and just do it on your Kindle, or the Kindle app on your phone, which is what I used. Or she also has it as available under Kindle Unlimited. So if you're a subscriber to Kindle Unlimited, it's free. So, which is what I did again. I actually had a subscription to that earlier and canceled it, but now I'm redoing it just so I could read that book. And I'll probably read some others that I've been curious about too. So, you need it wiped off again, baby? Alright, so I'm going to close this because he's getting antsy and wants his sippy cup wiped off again. So he keeps getting sand on it. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I just wanted to let y'all know that I was starting that series because I do think it's a great idea. And I do think it's good to get back to basics every now and then and kind of reboot what you're doing. So I suggest you read it. It's a good read. And it's a fast read. I mean, I'm not a big reader, but I still think this will be a fast read. So anyway. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
I